Well, good afternoon, everybody. My name's Mark Smith. I am Group Managing Director of People2People in Australia and Frog Recruitment in New Zealand. It's Friday afternoon, 12:30, which means it's time for our employment market update on Facebook, LinkedIn and YouTube. So thanks for joining us. It's been a couple of weeks since we caught up last with the Easter break in between. I know that the P2P crew and the Frog crew have been out and about being the proverbial Easter bunny, delivering Easter eggs to many of our contracting staff across Australia and NZ. But the other exciting news today, or in the last week or so, is the Australasian or the Australia-New Zealand travel bubble, which I'm very excited for. That means that I'll be able to visit our Frog recruitment colleagues across the Tasman, across the ditch. And I think we've even got a couple of pictures of them I think that Jaden's got those guys. You can, yeah, no, I can't see them there. Anyway, not to worry. Here we go. There we go. That's Remy. That's our marketing manager for Australia and New Zealand. I think this is when they were having the strategy day, and that's Kirsty, who is our one of our senior temp consultants out there. Here's the crew over in Auckland as well. Really keen to see the Auckland crew again. So, and of course, if you are a New Zealand business and you're looking to hire people, then get in touch with frogrecruitment.co.nz. They'll definitely be able to help you out. So anyway, that's not what we're here today for. We're actually here to do our regular numbers section. We've got some interesting statistics from Indeed, Deutsche Bank, and I think Roy Morgan today to share with you. Then we'll have a catch-up with Jess Bales from our Adelaide office. Jess has an opportunity to talk to us about. We've got Jade Evans from our Sydney team. She's got another opportunity to talk to us about it. And finally, we've got, but not the least, we've got Mary Savova from Melbourne, who'll be announcing our temp of the month for March across Australia and New Zealand. She's promised me an Academy Award-winning performance, I think, for that one. So we'll see how that goes. But let's get started then. Let's quickly move into our numbers section. So the numbers for this week, I suppose there's a lot of anecdotes out there at the moment, particularly in the recruitment industry and in just general conversations with business at the moment around the job market, that it has improved substantially since COVID and the end of last year. And I thought I'd share some numbers from Indeed, which I thought were quite remarkable today. So if you can put the first slide up for me. So this is from February of 2020, so pre-pandemic, but normally a quieter time of year, but not that bad. And these are the job postings on Indeed, so the percentage change. And you can see that the proverbial COVID cliff we always talk about, the rise out up till Christmas, then the drop in Christmas, and now we are 36.7% more or greater job postings on Indeed today. This was from the 2nd of April, so just last week, than in February of 2020. That is a remarkable number, and it certainly is coming through in terms of the number of vacancies that are being listed with us. What is interesting, though, and is consumer confidence, and that's the second slide I've got. And this slide I think is from ANZ Morgan Research. And what you can see here is that so this is a much longer period of time, so from 2014 through to 2021, and consumer confidence numbers. You can see there's a couple of points there that ANZ Roy Morgan have popped on there. The budget in 2017, budget in 2018, Wentworth by-election, a couple of other things there. The bushfires, then the COVID cliff. And so you can see that consumer confidence has increased, but it is just slightly under the average since 1990. So if you were looking at job ad listings alone, you would suggest, oh, well, look, we're in the middle of a boom, but consumer confidence is really only now getting back to what should be an average. And given that we've just had the the problems with the AstraZeneca vaccine, I wonder if this consumer confidence number will be affected again. So the last one, I thought I'd go a bit international, and this is the US job quits and openings from Deutsche Bank. I thought this was interesting in terms of the churn within employment, so people leaving their job and the number of vacancies that are listed. And you can see now that in the US that the number of people leaving their job has now returned to what would be considered more of an average level to match where we were prior to the GFC. But the number of job ad opening has increased. That's a really good sign for the US economy. So things are looking up even despite COVID in the US. So of course, if you've got any questions about any of the graphs or the numbers or the vacancies that we're going to discuss, then please pop them in the comments. We do get a chance to see them, so we can respond to you in real time if you do have any questions in regard to the information we've got. So while I take a seat and set up to have a quick chat to Jess, we do have an opportunity that's come through. Great paying payroll, but probably one of the best paying payroll paying opportunities that I've seen from Bianca Luck. She put this video together, so if you can pop that up for us, Jaden, while I take a seat.
At the pinnacle of your payroll career and finally want to be paid your worth of up to $100 per day, this position is absolutely gold, and it will involve managing a payroll of up to 20,000 employees. You will have a team to help, which will be a great challenge. It's to start the 1st of May and approximately for 6 months. Don't miss out and apply now.
Jess Bales, live from Adelaide. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good indeed. It's been a little. Well, when was I last down there? I saw you last at the Adelaide Fringe Festival. One of my favourite things on the planet to do. So, thanks for joining us this afternoon. And you've got a couple of opportunities to talk to us about.
Well, it's more so we're getting a large increase of new clients calling us for urgent temps in the business support space. So particularly receptionists and administration assistants. We're getting calls, a lot more calls. We've recently signed terms with a lot of new clients based in South Australia, which is amazing. So I'm urging people who are currently available for any urgent temp positions to please reach out to me. My phone number and my email address are below. If you can send me your resume or give me a call to ask me about the process that we take for general registrations, and hopefully I can help you out with some immediate temp assignments.
So the market in Adelaide, I mean, it's good, is it? We've just seen the job postings for Indeed across Australia. So how is it in Adelaide now, in your experience?
As I said, we're getting very busy. So business support is where I specialise. We're getting a lot of calls now, which has taken me by surprise because, I need more candidates. So
it's good news.
It is very good news. A lot in the payroll space as well. We've been getting a lot of payroll administrator roles, payroll officer roles as well. So, yeah. Okay.
So if somebody was, so if they're sitting at home right now going, well, I'm looking for a job in Adelaide, what should they do?
Call me or send me your resume via email and I'll call you. And then we'll book in a online interview with myself, or we can do face-to-face if you prefer. And we can get you registered with us so you're ready to go. So I can give you a call as soon as we get that call for a temp requirement.
Great, fantastic. And what's the number, just before I let you go?
It's 08 8317 4803.
God, that sounds like an advertisement. So you're putting
we need a jingle.
Yeah, that's right. You're putting it out there. So if you're looking for work in Adelaide, call Jess. Rightio. Thanks, Jess. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. So now let's go to Sydney and we'll have a quick chat to Jade from our sales recruitment team in Sydney.
Hi, Mark.
So I'm here in the Sydney office, and the weather outside, it's like it's going to rain this afternoon, isn't it?
It was nice this morning, but yeah, it's not looking that great at the moment in the eastern suburbs.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You're in the eastern suburbs with all the other Poms, aren't you?
The rest of the British.
Yeah, that's right. All right, we digress. So you've got an opportunity to talk to us about.
I do, yes. So I've had a client of mine come call me today. They're looking for a business development executive. So it's a company that I've worked with for quite a few years now. Really enjoy working with this company. They're a bit different. So they're an international board games business. So predominantly what they do, they make bespoke or they produce bespoke editions of their games for a number of top global partners. So it's a really fun and interesting role. It's a full the role is full sales cycle. So it's prospecting, getting in front of clients and closing deals to sell these bespoke board games. So you'll be managing those accounts as well that you win. So that the business, the office here is based on the lower North Shore, but you would be part of an international team. So the company is actually headquartered in my home, UK. But they have offices across the globe. So really good opportunity for someone. And as well with this role, they don't necessarily need someone that has come from or has worked in a corporate sales environment before. Obviously that would be a preference, someone that has some of that experience with phone sales. But really for them, it's the personality, it's the attitude, it's the want to learn. And I think that's what makes it a really good opportunity for someone.
So what do you think if that experience is not as critical, what will make somebody stand out if they're interested in this role?
I think what will make somebody stand out, if you've had if you've not had the work experience, maybe if you've done something outside of your education to show that you have kind of drive and resilience, and if you played a competitive sport or something like that, and that you're interested, you have a genuine interest in this industry. So in the board games or toys sort of industry. The team, the people that work for the business love working for the business. So they just want to bring someone on board that is really passionate about the product like they are. So yeah.
Sounds like something. I mean, I loved board games as a kid. Sounds like something. I'm an old man now, but if I was a younger man and I was starting my career, that sounds like something I would be interested in. 100%.
I had one of their games growing up. So yeah, you definitely know it. It's household names, most definitely. So yeah, they're a fab company as well. Obviously, when we're allowed to travel, there's the perks of working for the company. There's a paid sales trip to the UK once a year. There is a competitive base salary. So obviously, it's dependent on experience with an uncapped commission structure, but they do offer flexibility to work from home. So I think it's like 2 days from the office or 3 days from the office, and the rest from home. So,
right.
But initially, I would say full time in the office whilst you train and kind of get to know the team. But I think that's across businesses at the moment, that expectation. So,
and salary. Did I miss that?
The base salary, dependent on experience. Look, you're looking at between 60 to 70k plus super as a base salary.
Okay, great, fantastic. Now I see somebody's already put a name of a game in the comments there. I won't say it just in case it is, but anyway, it's public information. And I can also see that Kate, who's an industry colleague, has said, "Hello, Mark." Well, g'day, Kate. Hope you're doing well. I think her office is on the North Shore, where this job is located as well. Righto, okay. Is that it, Jade? Is that the one vacancy, or is there anything else you'd like to?
I am working on a number of vacancies at the moment. So, I mean, this is a bit different, but predominantly I work in the financial services and technology sector. So I'm always keen to speak to any sales professionals that have this experience. So if you've worked, financial services, technology, if you've sold software as a service, I've got a number of roles at the moment, going from more of your kind of entry level where your base is around 60k plus super, up to more kind of senior kind of account executive business development roles where the base is sitting around 90 to 100k plus super, and all of the roles that I'm working on at the moment do have uncapped commission structures. So just if you're interested in hearing about what I've got going on and you have that experience, please do call me.
Okay, fabulous. All right. So if somebody wants to get in touch, I can see the phone number is on the screen there. We'll also get Jaden to pop the link to the vacancy that you've just mentioned into the comments. So if you are interested in applying to that role, you can get in contact with Jade. Jade, I mean, it sounds like we're all going to do the whole the phone number thing. So What's the number to
Okay.
catch you on? So we're
My
pretending
number
we need a jingle.
is 0282709707. I do this with my finger whenever I read out. I'm like 82709707. I feel like that's my number.
Fantastic. Righto, thanks, Jade. Okay,
Thanks.
So what we'll do now is we're going to go to Melbourne now, and we're going to have a quick chat to Mary Savova in our Melbourne team, who has promised blog of the week. What she is going to talk about is the, I don't know what's going on, 10th of the month. There we go, Jaden. So I think, Mary, we need to upgrade our back office team because we're having a few problems with the screen there. But welcome to the broadcast. How's things in Melbourne? How's the market really in Melbourne? Oh, you're muted. That's the 21st century thing.
Oh. Definitely echoing what everyone's experiencing in Adelaide, Sydney. It's very busy. Lots of new clients, which is nice. But as always, candidate short. So I look after legal support recruitment, and I think it's some of the most candidate short we've seen it in a long time. So it's exciting though, because it means candidates that we are meeting with, they're getting placed quite quickly and they're getting quite a few offers. So our feedback to clients is always, if you see someone good, just jump on them because they're not going to last long in this market. So it's exciting to see also the amount of people that are really keen on getting temps back in the office. We saw a bit of a lull with a lot of working from home and businesses not being able to set up temps remotely, but now it's really picked up in that. And I think partly because a lot of businesses can't find those permanent staff quick enough. So, but also new projects are coming up and lots of exciting things. So it's been a nice pickup in the last couple of months, that's for sure.
Yeah, it is good news. So the message is from all of the teams, really, if you are looking for work right now, pick up the phone and call one of the people-to-people offices and we can talk about the opportunities that we've got, or simply just go to our website, have a look at the jobs there and sign up for a job for it as well. But we want to talk about the 10th of the month.
Yes,
so,
we've got a couple.
Take us through that?
Yeah, I've got a list here. So pretty much one for each state. We did have a tie in New South Wales, which is exciting. But yeah, so we'll start off with Auckland. So this person, firstly, the client said, wow. So this person is friendly, responsive. They collaborate positively. They're very good with their common sense and has picked up the role very quickly. So the winner for Auckland is Sonia Tai. So congratulations, Sonia.
Congratulations, Sonia. There we go.
Yes. So for Brisbane, this person is cheerful, joyous, and a social person, and is coming with previous logistics experience to this business, which has been a massive help for them. And that person is Shay Meese. And I'm very sorry if I mispronounce anyone's name. So now to Sydney. Like I mentioned, tie in Sydney. And I should preface this by saying each month we get a lot of nominations for candidates. So it is always hard to pick one, or in this case, two. So definitely shout out to anyone that's been nominated for 10th of the month.
So before you do, I'll just tell everybody how it happens, by the way. So when people get there, so when our clients, they go to approve a timesheet, then what happens is that they have the opportunity to nominate that particular employee for 10th of the month, and they click a button and they nominate, and that's where we're getting the comments from. And that's so lots of nominations this month.
Yes. So first winner from
Kirsty's online. She just says, "Oh no, that's Kirsty from Auckland." Woohoo!
Probably one of her temps for Auckland. That's one. But yeah, so first person from Sydney, this person has been instrumental in helping them roll out a new learning management system. They have been tasked with calling fitness facilities and speaking to club managers and updating their communications internally. And this person is Charlotte Stigger. So congratulations, Charlotte. And then the second person for New South Wales has also been able to hit the ground running with a smile and professional friendly approach. She has been a great addition to the team, and she has actually been with the business before, so they're glad they could get her to come back to familiar faces and a team.
I love that. What a great story.
Yeah, and that person is Rebecca Escott, so congrats, Rebecca.
Congratulations, Rebecca and Charlotte.
Yes. Now Perth, this one was a long one. This person has made a massive impression to the team, and they've actually been nominated 4 times. So very has left great impressions for the team there. So some of the comments are she's had an outstanding work ethic, goes above and beyond to provide support for the fee earners, is efficient and highly skilled, professional, well-spoken, and in addition to all of that, she's very lovely. So I'm pleased to say that Annie Brooks is the winner for our Perth team.
Wow. Congratulations, Annie from
Yes.
WA. That's wonderful. That's really good.
Yes.
Great.
And lastly, we've got the Melbourne winner. So this person...
Did you deliberately leave Melbourne to last, Mary? Is that, yeah, you did.
It just so happened they're last on the list. I didn't do it on purpose, I promise. But this person, I have personally also received some good feedback on this candidate. So some of the comments here are she's been able to provide some awesome customer service whilst working on their reception. She has showed immense amount of care and empathy towards customers, and has initially, when she was initially called with a complaint. So I know there was quite a difficult customer that this candidate was dealing with, and she's been able to just really put on her reception hat and not take any of it personally, and really diffused quite a intense situation. So I'm proud to say that the winner for Melbourne is Joe Fairley this month.
Thank you, Joe. Wow, great. All right. Fantastic. All right. Thanks, Mary.
Thanks, Mark.
Great to see you online. You're can I say you're a regular on the Facebook Live? Because you've done it like 5 or 6 times, haven't you?
Yeah, done it a few times, yeah. I don't know if I've done it yet this year, so I think this is the first appearance for 2021. But yeah, I'll be back on again soon.
Thank you for joining us. I'm sure we'll see you again, and it's great to hear that the Melbourne market is really moving along. So, righto. So let's move on then. So we come to the end of the broadcast. The last thing that we normally talk about is our Twitter poll. So let's quickly have a look at the results of the poll that we ran 2 weeks ago, and it was around the time that there was a lot of media activity around sexual harassment in the workplace. So the results for this particular poll I found quite amazing, to be honest. So that we asked the question, it's a very serious topic. Have you ever witnessed sexual harassment in the workplace? And I was amazed that after, and we've got to keep it in context, it is a Twitter poll. Yeah, so the people who have voted are people on Twitter. So it's not necessarily representative of all workplaces. But to have 656 votes, of which 53% said no, but a remarkable 47%. We're basically saying half of all of those in the workplace have witnessed sexual harassment is a terrible number, and something that we should all take stock on for sure. So not exactly light-hearted, that last poll. So let's move to this week's. I thought what we'd do this time round is that there's a lot of talk, and we've heard it today in the broadcast, about the fact that the market is returning. So is that really the experience of all job seekers? I mean, we live in a world where we are talking to our clients and people who are looking for work, but we being the recruitment industry and people to people as a small part of the recruitment industry is only a fraction of what the job market is. So what is the job market? What for job seekers right now? How are they seeing it? So here's this week's question, if you wanted to pop it up. As a job seeker, how would you rate the job market right now? Poor, okay, good, or it's booming out there? So jump onto our Twitter account at People to People, and please vote there, and we'll announce those the results next week. So that brings us to the end of the broadcast today. A shout out also to, if you are in the job market right now, for Erin Devlin, the managing director of our Victorian operations. She's got a new book, so check that out. We'll get a link into the comments there, so that you can get the job that you really want. It's got some great tips in there as well. But thank you for joining us. I'll see you all again at 12:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time for the next market update. Enjoy the weekend.